Welcome back to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well, everybody. It is Thursday morning and we've got a cracking show for you today, and it's about Cristiano Ronaldo and what he said on his new YouTube channel. It's all about Man United. There's a segment in there where he talks about everything bad about United and he has some shots at Ten Hag. We're going to be discussing that and lots more in today's show, so stick around. Make sure you hit the like button on the video, and if you're not subscribing to the Man United stream channel, what have you been doing for the past year or two? You need to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest Manchester United news and more. Okay, so Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7, has set up a new YouTube channel. I'm guessing in competition with ours. But leaving that aside, he has said some crazy statements in the latest episode of his YouTube channel where he's been interviewed by the one and only Rio Ferdinand. Look, these two guys are legends of Man United, without a doubt. I love both of them. Rio Ferdinand, legend of a centre-back, brilliant for Man United. And then CR7. Whatever you think about him, you've got to accept he is a Red through and through. He loves United and he makes that clear in his latest YouTube episode. I've been watching a few of them already. Really interesting to get an insight to Ronaldo. He is confident, cocky, just the usual self. But in this little segment of the show, he is asked the question about United, how he left United and what he really thinks of Man United and Ten Hag. And he does not hold his punches. He goes straight directly in for the ownership, which are the Glazers. He's happy that the ownership has changed. And then he goes full in on Ten Hag. Questioned about the manager, he simply says that if Ten Hag listens to Ruud van Nistelrooy, maybe he can help. He knows the club and the club should listen to the guys that were already there. He obviously cites the fact that ex-players like Gary Neville, like Rio Ferdinand, like Roy Keane and like Van Nistelrooy should have a say in the future of United, because he says most of the people that have been running United have been keyboard warriors. Nobody actually knew what they were doing in football terms, and we can agree with that. Look, we under the Glazers have been ran amok. We've been ran by complete and utter jokers. The owners had no clue what football was about, coming from the United States of America, had no idea what football involved, and then the owners essentially handed over the club to the likes of Woodward, who just simply had no idea. This accountant had no idea how to run a football club, and only now have we seen the changes that we needed from INEOS, Jim Ratcliffe, who's a footballing man. He's a Man United fan and loves talking about football. He's gone and put in place the people that we desperately needed, like the new CEO, Omar Brada. Then he's brought in the sporting director, Ashworth, and then he's brought other people in who are making the right decisions. And that's what is important at United. We needed that. And Cristiano Ronaldo has been watching. He's been watching and seeing United, and that tells you everything that you want to know about Ronaldo. He really does care about Man United. He's watching them and he's watching carefully the changes that have been made, and he's very happy with them. He's happy with INEOS. He's happy with what's going on in terms of the new staff being brought in, but he still feels that Ten Hag needs to listen. And look, whatever you think about Ten Hag, whether you love him or hate him, one thing is for sure, he's very stubborn. That's what we heard from Ajax fans when he left Ajax. Ajax fans said he's brilliant, but there's one problem with Ten Hag, and that is he's very stubborn. He does not like making changes and he does not like listening to people around him. And that was the warning sign or warning shot by Cristiano Ronaldo. He's saying the introduction of Ruud van Nistelrooy at the club by INEOS is a positive one, but Ten Hag needs to listen to Van Nistelrooy if he wants to be successful at United. And we think that's a fair comment. Of course he should listen to ex-players, players who've been at the club, know what it takes to win the Premier League and the Champions League, and you should be listening to these players. And that's where I guess Ronaldo's comments might have touched a nerve, because what essentially he was saying was that you can't have managers who've not experienced experienced lifting the Premier League or the Champions League or played for top clubs. But then again, Alex Ferguson wasn't a top footballing player, but he became a top manager. I really still believe Ten Hag has the right ingredients to become a top manager at United and make us win. But the one crucial thing I did agree with Ronaldo was that he felt Ten Hag should not have come out and said that we will not be competing for the Champions League or the Premier League. A coach cannot come out and say such things, and I agree. As a Man United manager, we should never be hearing the manager come out and say that we will not be competing for this trophy or that trophy. He needs to come out and say that we are Man United. We need to be competing for everything. We cannot have this underdog approach anymore, because that mentality seeps into the players, and sooner or later players will be happy finishing 4th or 5th in the Premier League and maybe just qualifying for the Champions League and getting knocked out in the group stages. That is not what we want to see from this United team. We want to see Premier League trophies, we want to see Champions League trophies, and nothing but that. That is it for today's show. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, make sure you subscribe. We'll be back tomorrow with a preview of the weekend's game against Southampton.